Every year, the Southeast Texas Coaches Association gets together here in Beaumont to celebrate the rich history of the Golden Triangle and its sports. And that banquet not only awards each high school coach of the year, but inducts 4 new members into the Hall of Honor. 24 coaches were given Coach of the Year honors at the banquet, including a 3-way draw for football. Hiawatha Hickman of West Orange Stark, Drew Johnston with Newton, and Coach Smalley of Bridge City each received the award. And of course, a two-way tie for boys basketball Coach of the Year. Of course, the first one going to Dwayne Jubert of Kuntz and Michael Thomas of Westbrook. As for the Hall of Honor inductees, the first of 4, Bobby Woodard, a Silsbee graduate of 1972. Woodard spent 45 years in Texas high school coaching, with a successful time at Silsbee helping bring the Tigers football program to the playoffs 34 times. Woodard also was known for his aid in bringing the girls golf program to 3 state tournament appearances. Coach Woodard also spent 7 more years in Buna, where he was on the defensive side of the football, but also helped bring his boys' 4x100 relay team to the state tournament.
Oh, it meant the world. It meant everything that I did for 45 years. It was my, I don't say a goal, but it was appreciative to see that people that you coached against, to give you an award that is so honorable that, you know, I'm probably the least one that you could expect to have an award like this. There's 1,000 guys who coach out here, you know. I just happen to be one of them, and I'm God blessed for that.
The second inductee was the late, great Ben Stewart. His son, B.J. Stewart, emotionally received his father's award on his behalf. Ben's legacy spanned over 38 years, with his most prominent achievements helping bring the Coleman-Neal Bulldogs baseball program to 6 state championships, tournaments, and 4 titles.
The main thing is the fact that he would have loved to have been here. It was an honor for me just because I followed in his footsteps, SFA, married my high school sweetheart, went into coaching. You know, I knew what I was going to do because of him. And so I know how much this meant to him. He would have loved to have been here, loved to have talked about, loved to talk stories about people he probably knows here. It's just, it means the world to him and to all of us. And I'm hoping the people in Coleman-Neal, you know, they take a little pride in the fact that he's here.
The third inducted today is a native of Abilene, Texas, who graduated from Little Cypress, Mauriceville in 1988, Edward Dyer. Coach Dyer played for McNeese for 5 seasons, but his coaching career exploded when he got the call from the legendary Dan R. Hooks to come be part of the West Orange Stark Mustangs in the spring of 1995. 3 state championship appearances and a historic 40-game win streak later, and Coach Dyer's time in West Orange remains the stuff of legend.
You know, I grew up as a Southeast Texas boy, and I just stayed here. I was promoted to the OC there at West Orange and got to do that. Got to coach on some great football teams, great players, and great men. It's one of the hardest jobs in America, I think, especially dealing with youth, the challenges they face daily. And like I said, you just try to guide and direct them best you can, best that you know how. At the end of the day.
Last and absolutely not least is the humble Willie Wilson, who accepted this award today and claimed it to be a one for the families, players, and coaches who gave him the opportunity to have an effect on so many young people's lives. Coach Wilson spent time in Old Day SETCA, Orangefield, Woodville, and Kuntz, America, where he brought the football program to the state semifinals and a state championship in boys basketball. Coach Wilson also oversaw the arrival of several state championship coaches in Kuntz. And you just saw him there. H.K. Pitts, the inventor of the famous Hook'em Horns hand signal, was in attendance today for Coach Wilson's induction.
No, I didn't. I never coached to get inducted into anything. I coach to help kids. And if you talk to all these coaches around here, they'll all tell you the same thing. It's all about the kids. One of my mentors that I mentioned early in the speech, Joe Evans, told me that 1965. He said it's all about the kids.
Once again, Southeast Texas flexes its sports muscles and shows not just how incredibly talented the programs are within this area across the board, but how rich the history and legacy of the Golden Triangle truly is.